Hello, everyone, and welcome to DePauw University, a private liberal arts college with an amazing history and even brighter future. If you're looking for academic excellence on a close-knit campus with great professors, you'll want to stick around for this. Located here in Greencastle, Indiana, DePauw is at the crossroads of the Midwest, right in the middle of Indianapolis, Chicago, and St. Louis. I'm your host, Alex Boylan, and over the next 30 minutes, we're going to walk this beautiful campus and hear about the people and traditions that have drawn students to DePauw for 185 years. Graduates of this small school in America's heartland have traveled to outer space, won the Nobel Prize, founded media empires, and served at the highest levels of government. Today, we'll meet the new generation of DePauw students who carry that torch of leadership forward. Welcome to DePauw University. This is the College Tour. When students talk about DePauw feeling like a family, that's the literal truth for Emma St. John. She'll be the 11th member of her family to graduate from DePauw. Emma also spends time in DePauw's Career Center, helping other students connect with alumni for dream internships and job offers right out of college. Tell us about the DePauw family, Emma. Take it away.
Thanks, Alex, and hello. I come from a long line of DePauw Tigers, so you might assume that my first choice would have been DePauw. But I wanted to be the black sheep of my family. After a year of trial and error somewhere else, I decided I needed a change, and that change was DePauw. And let me tell you, I've never been happier. I grew up hearing stories from my family about their time and connections made at DePauw. And now, I experience the same traditions and atmosphere that they lived through, but in my own way. I feel a sense of history everywhere I go on campus, and it's not just a family connection. DePauw's rich history can best be experienced through our impressive and dedicated network of alumni. It's a community that stretches far beyond the streets of Greencastle, evident by how eager our alumni are to offer connections for current students. On campus, I work as a consultant within our Career Development and Off-Campus Study Center. My position is made possible thanks to DePauw alumni who feel strongly about developing career and life skills. As a trained advisor, I guide fellow students on how to use DePauw's many resources, including how to successfully tap into our alumni network. Throughout my exploration, DePauw alumni have been present at every bend and turn, whether through an email, taking the time out of their busy schedule to accommodate a personal meeting, or connecting me to a trusted friend and colleague who could help answer my questions. Now as a senior, my time at DePauw is coming to an end. While it's bittersweet to move on, I know how proud I am to become an alumna and help the next generation of DePauw students. That's all from me. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Emma. It's always amazing to see someone pay it forward. DePauw's Career Center keeps the school top 5 in the nation for study abroad, and its alumni in the top 7% for career earnings. With a support network of people like Emma, it's easy to see why. That was awesome. Thanks a lot. Let's say hello to Emiliano. He's a men's soccer midfielder. DePauw University has an incredible 23 Division III men's and women's varsity teams, and with them, a huge contingent of high-energy student athletes. Emiliano is here to tell us what it's like to be a member of Team DePauw, on and off the field. Passing it to you, Emiliano.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Alex. I didn't really know what I was looking for in a university when I was in high school. If I'm going to be honest, I was just looking for a school that had my major and one that was willing to offer me a spot on their soccer team. Here, I have been blessed that DePauw was able to offer me both of these things. I am able to set an example for my younger brothers, cousins, and everyone else across the globe that has a similar story as mine. DePauw does a great job at getting not only their student athletes, but their entire student body involved in various programs and organizations. Because I am an athlete, I have been given the opportunity to help bring back the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, as well as lead the Diverse Athlete Association on campus. But I have been drawn back to multiple campus leadership opportunities outside of sports, such as being a residential assistant, an admissions intern, and being a part of the Air Force ROTC program in collaboration with a nearby university. My soccer team supports each other on the field, and off the field, we know we have the support from all of Team DePauw, no matter what sport we play. Every coach here at DePauw wants to get to know every single athlete on campus, whether they're on their team or not. Because of this, DePauw has some of the best school spirit in the country. Even though we're a smaller school, Team DePauw always seems to show up. When I first got to DePauw, I thought I was going to be someone who just went to class and played soccer, but that just isn't the case here. Whether you're a student or a student athlete, you'll be guided toward ways to be involved on campus. This is how DePauw is able to build a community that feels like family. That is all for me. Back to you, Alex.
Emiliano, that was great. We love to see Tigers supporting Tigers, both on the field and in the classroom, especially at a school where you don't have to give up your love of the game to score life goals. Cheers, Emiliano. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to this next student. Meet Emeriti, a biology and biochemistry major from Ethiopia, who came a long way to Indiana to go even farther in life. Emeriti has been a star in the research lab, taking advantage of those close relationships with professors to engage in real-world research projects. Emeriti, tell us more about where you came from and where you're going. Take it away.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Alex. Hi, everyone. Coming to DePauw as an international student from Ethiopia, I vividly remember leaving everything and everyone I've known for 18 years to embark on my journey 7,000 miles away from home as a cell and molecular biology and biochemistry student. At DePauw, I've been able to build my community while doing what I enjoy. I serve as a research assistant, a lab manager assistant, a resident assistant, and a peer tutor for underrepresented STEM students. I've always enjoyed science, and coming to DePauw, I've had the opportunity to work on multiple research projects in several departments. My first year, we collected samples from the Big Walnut Creek in DePauw Nature Park and Des Plaines River in Illinois to assess the impact of wastewater treatment effluent on behaviors of microorganisms. My junior year, we worked on examining mutations and identifying if they're pathogenic or benign. DePauw also funds summer research and conferences. Last May, I presented our work at Penn State University for the Changing Microbiome Symposium. And this summer, I entered at UConn Health in their Biomedical Sciences program. We studied how protein Shigella bacteria interact with human proteins to invade the immune system. The project might contribute to the development of vaccine for shigellosis, which affects millions each year and doesn't have a vaccine. DePauw's research classes are designed to provide guidance and creative freedom equally to students, enabling us to be independent researchers and collaborative scientists at the same time. With 4 years of countless research opportunities, I am certain that I'll leave DePauw with the right tools to adapt to any situation and the skills to apply to opportunities at large institutes. That's it for me, Alex. Back to you.
Very impressive, Emeriti. DePauw students can start on research projects as soon as their first year on campus. By the time they graduate, many of them have traveled to conferences and even co-authored studies with their professors. That's a huge leg up entering graduate school. Thank you, Emeriti. This is going to be great. Let's hear from Jessica, an economics major. Thanks to her liberal arts education in management and multiple internship opportunities, she's locked down a job before her senior year even started. DePauw graduates have a long tradition of success in business, from Fortune 500 CEOs to cutting-edge entrepreneurs. Jess, tell us your recipe for success.
Thanks for that introduction, Alex. Hi everyone. In high school, I was actually committed to play volleyball at a different university before I reopened my options. When exploring different universities, I knew I wanted a strong management, finance, or economics academic program that would provide me with an expansive alumni network, internship opportunities, and potential job opportunities further into the future. And to play collegiate volleyball, of course. During my initial visit to DePauw as a high school senior, I discovered the Management Fellows Honors Program, a program dedicated to supplementing the liberal arts education with exposure to management, finance, and business career paths. In addition to developing connections with DePauw graduates and esteemed alumni, I'd have the opportunity to take a semester-long internship in a field that interested me. Shortly after the visit, I drove back down to DePauw from the Chicago area, interviewed for the program, and committed a week later. The amazing thing about the liberal arts is that you have the opportunity to get involved in anything you want to and more. Over the course of my 4 years, I've been a collegiate volleyball player, become co-president of the investment banking workshop, and had the opportunity to take a semester-long internship with KeyBank Capital Markets, as well as a summer internship with Citizens Bank. I'm also a member of the Alpha chapter of Kappa Alpha Theta, the first ever sorority founded right here at DePauw in 1870. Before my senior year even began, I had already secured a full-time position with KeyBank as an investment banking analyst following graduation. It's a dream opportunity, and it's all stemmed directly from the resources provided to me by the program and DePauw's expansive alumni network. But beyond just professional opportunities, I've also made some of the most supportive, lifelong friends that anyone could ask for, and made some of the most priceless memories along the way. That's my story. Back to you, Alex.
Incredible, and congratulations, Jessica. DePauw will launch a new School of Business and Leadership in fall 2023, making it one of only a handful of liberal arts colleges to feature one. The future looks even brighter for students who follow in Jessica's footsteps. Thanks for sharing her story. Let's hear from DePauw's student body president, JD, about the ways he and other students get involved on and off campus. As Indiana's top liberal arts college, DePauw University has earned a reputation for offering its students countless opportunities to lead. JD, you have the floor.
Thanks for that kind introduction, Alex. As student body president, I am so excited to welcome you to DePauw University. This outstanding institution has provided me the most enriching opportunities in and out of the classroom. It is a true hidden gem right here in Indiana. Now, when I was searching for colleges, my main focus was obtaining a business degree. But little did I know, when DePauw reached out to me after I applied, that not only would I be able to work towards double majoring in economics and political science, but that I would have the opportunity to lead in so many different areas. As a defensive lineman for the DePauw Tigers football team, I have learned many skills that are applicable in other areas of my life. One of the most important came from legendary coach Nick Morozis, whose rallying cry of DePauw never quits is cornerstone to the DePauw experience. Whether it's on the field during practice or within a meeting for student government, I know that DePauw never quits when facing a challenge. At DePauw, not only am I able to lead in student government, but I'm able to serve as a Student Athlete Advisory Council representative, host a weekly radio show on WGRE, America's oldest college FM radio station, serve as an admissions ambassador, and so much more. Your DePauw experience can be as busy or as quiet as you would like. For me, I am using the skills that I have learned from all aspects of my involvement here at DePauw to further myself personally and professionally. The one lesson that I will always hold close, and I know many other students will as well, is that DePauw never quits. That's all I have for now. Back to you, Alex.
DePauw never quits. Love it, JD. Leadership opportunities are the cornerstone of a DePauw education, no matter where you see yourself headed in life. Good luck, my friend, and I'm sure we'll see your name on a voting ballot one day soon. Close relationships with professors are a big reason why students choose a small liberal arts college like DePauw. But it's not just class sizes where these connections pay off. I'd like to introduce you to Haley, a vocal performance major who knows the true value of having professors who see and hear you. Haley, tell us more about your experience and your story.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. Knowing I wanted to further my education as a vocalist, it was important for me to plant my roots in a place where I could grow exponentially as a musician and artist, as well as foster meaningful relationships with professors and friends. Little did I know that my professors and peers would not only challenge me academically and help me flourish, but would also help me through the most difficult season of my life. In February of 2021, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, undergoing nearly 6 months of cancer treatment while at DePauw. What could have been an incredibly isolating experience was one in which I felt overwhelming support from the DePauw community. Professors were not only accommodating to my physical health during this time, but they were also dedicated to my personal well-being beyond my academic needs. At DePauw, I am more than just a number or even a student. I am known and loved by my community. This doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of the transformative experiences I have been fortunate enough to partake in at DePauw. The music program has furthered my vocal development while inspiring my creativity through rigorous classwork, discussions, and even a choir tour in Amsterdam and Germany. These experiences and the professors who've led them inspired me to pursue a career as an operatic vocalist. As I prepare to embark on the next step of my journey, I have nothing but pride and gratitude for the campus I've called home for the past 4 years. Despite undergoing unexpected difficulties during my college experience, I learned the value of an attentive community and support system. Thank you, DePauw, for making my dreams a reality. What do you say, Alex? Does being a DePauw Tiger sound pretty cool to you?
Wow, Haley, that was moving. Sounds like you have a bright future ahead of you. What happens in the classroom is only a part of the story of your education at DePauw. Knowing that professors are concerned about more than just your grades really means a lot. If you're looking for top-flight academics in your college experience, you'll be at home at DePauw University. Say hello to Bodhi. He's a philosophy major who's going to share a little about how he and his fellow students engage big ideas in a small liberal arts community. Classroom conversations here have a tendency to spill into the hallways and beyond. Bodhi, tell us more.
Glad to be here, Alex. Hello, everyone. Growing up in basically the middle of nowhere, I knew I wanted to go to college somewhere where people knew what they were passionate about and wanted to know more. I felt like I needed to go somewhere large to find what I wanted, but a competitive scholarship to DePauw kind of made my choice for me. So I decided to come here, and I think that's one of the best choices I've ever made. The communities I've made here have kept me engaged intellectually and socially in ways I never expected from a small liberal arts college in the Midwest. My Ethics Institute program is a dream internship. I basically get paid to talk about philosophy and spread interest in ethics around campus. We've got a great study space and lots to offer, even for people who are focused on other areas of study. I'm also involved in restarting Campus Philosophy Club. We've got a lot planned and we hope to keep people challenged. But I don't just find community in student organizations and work. My professors have always showed me so much support and helped me in going down academic rabbit holes. My fraternity brothers are the exact same way. We always have such a turnout for each other's events. We even have a few Philosophy Club members in there. I found just what I was looking for at DePauw. I've been challenged, I've made a lot of friends for life, I've learned a lot, I'm still learning a lot, and I know anyone who comes here can find the same if they look hard enough. That's the conclusion I've reached. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Bodhi. It looks like you found exactly what you were looking for. DePauw's Ethics Institute is nestled inside a picturesque 500-acre nature park. Talk about keeping your mind and body active. It's hard to imagine a better setting to talk about big ideas with friends. Thanks again. DePauw University has an amazing history in journalism. Meet Layla, who is carrying on this proud tradition as editor-in-chief of the DePauw, Indiana's oldest college newspaper. Did you know that the Society of Professional Journalists was founded here, and multiple alumni have won Pulitzer Prizes? Even the founder of ESPN is a DePauw grad. That is amazing. Layla, what's the buzz?
Thanks, Alex. Hi, y'all. I'm a Chicago native, and at a young age, I've had a passion for writing and art. When it came down to searching for a college, I knew I'd be attending a liberal arts institution, but I never imagined it to be outside of a big city. DePauw was a big adjustment for my Chicago lifestyle, but I came to love it. Here, I invest a majority of my time as the editor-in-chief of the DePauw, Indiana's oldest college newspaper. The newspaper was one of the many reasons why I fell in love with DePauw. Coming into the newsroom as a first year, I never felt so welcome and encouraged to take on news stories that interest me. My involvement with the DePauw led me to my first journalistic internship and prepared me for bigger leadership positions on campus. DePauw has many opportunities for students to get involved with campus media organizations. We have outlets for all interests, whether it be newspaper, radio, or television. And what's extremely special is the fact that they are solely student-run. Students are responsible for all the content distributed on campus, with the support of our lovely advisors, of course. What I have learned from being a student here is that hard work and determination is the secret sauce to making the most out of your education. If you're putting the effort forward, it'll be greatly recognized and appreciated. Opportunities you never imagined will open up for you. Shoot, look at the time. I have a deadline to meet. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Layla. Go follow that lead. Incredibly, DePauw is also home to the nation's oldest college FM station and a full TV studio, all of it in one building and open to students from day one. It's no wonder DePauw alumni go on to be leaders in media. Going to college can be a little intimidating. Luckily, here at DePauw, there's a huge network of students to help you find community. Meet Aaron. He's a mentor in the first-year experience program and a founder of an amazing LGBTQIA+ organization on campus. Aaron, tell us how you build a Tiger family.
Thanks, Alex. What's up, everyone? I went to a high school that emphasized belongingness and valued building community. When looking for a university, I wanted to make sure that I chose a place that had the same focus and values. Even though I was never able to visit DePauw, I knew right away that this was the place I had to attend. One of the first people you meet on campus is your first-year mentor, who helps you make a successful transition to DePauw. Through this transition, you also find your Tiger family. This program not only helped me find the friends I still have as a junior, but also introduced me to student organizations like Queer Students of Color, and inspired me to become a mentor myself as a sophomore and now as a junior. As a mentor, I get to help 16 first years find their Tiger family and help guide them into their new chapter. DePauw recognizes that the college transition can be challenging, and they want to play a role in connecting the newest members of our community to resources that can be supportive. This commitment not only builds leaders, but also helps people find who they are. After meeting so many great people and wanting to become a student leader, I was inspired to co-found the new queer organization on campus called the House of Opulence. The organization is based on the ballroom scene and is making history. Our goal is to cultivate a safe community for LGBTQIA+ people through radical inclusivity and education. Finding my place at DePauw helped me in more ways than I could imagine. It also allowed me to become a student leader so that I could do the same for others. That's my story. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Aaron. Community is such an important part of college life, and students like Aaron make sure everybody has a home on campus. There are more than 100 student organizations here at DePauw doing everything from rock climbing to board games to K-pop dancing. I better start practicing. Thanks a lot, Aaron. Big school or small school? That's a choice thousands of high school seniors wrestle with every year. As a transfer student, Gianna has seen things from both sides. Here she is with a great story about why DePauw's 9-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio really makes a difference.
Thanks so much, Alex. Hi, everybody. I had what you might consider an unusual start to my college career. Like many high school seniors, I was completely torn about which college I should actually attend. So, I made the last-minute decision to enroll at a mid-sized university in a huge city. About 2 weeks into my first semester, and I realized I'd made a big mistake. I sat in a chemistry lecture hall packed with 180 students, led by a professor who had no clue who was in his class. It was incredibly difficult to form connections with my peers, much less find support from faculty. I decided to email my admissions counselor at DePauw, and within a week, I was accepted as a transfer student. Imagine my surprise when I stepped foot in my very first chemistry class as a DePauw student to be greeted by just 8 friendly faces. Far cry from 180. Here at DePauw, professors know each and every one of their students, and our collaborative learning environment makes it so that unclear concepts become really clear really quickly. At DePauw, I found a home that not just embraced me as a transfer student, but that ensured I'd leave better than I arrived. My initial institution also told me I'd have to give up my love of the humanities in exchange for a pre-med degree. But at DePauw, interdisciplinary interests aren't just encouraged, they're celebrated. As a global health major, my diverse courses have taught me about the biosocial determinants of health, as well as how medicine might differ in resource-poor regions. It's easy to assume that larger schools might offer more classes, but DePauw's size actually allows for greater flexibility to achieve your academic goals. I know it sounds corny, but I always tell people that DePauw is the best decision I ever made. Take it from someone who's lived life on the other side. The support you'll receive from professors, plenty of whom will quite literally run you down on campus with opportunities, is unlike any other. I hope you'll have the chance to experience the DePauw difference for yourself. We can't wait to meet you.
Thank you, Gianna, for such a warm welcome to future DePauw Tigers. Now, it's not just students like Gianna who are pulled to small schools like DePauw. Professors come here because they want to change lives and stay in touch long after graduation. It's hard not to feel uplifted by that. Thanks a lot. Wow, thank you all so much for sharing the amazing story of this campus. I know the DePauw family cannot wait to see what's next for each of you. DePauw University has been a home to academic excellence and innovation for 185 years. With meaningful faculty relationships, opportunities to engage on and off campus, and a community of students who help each other thrive, you can see why people here are so excited for the next 185 years to come. If you see DePauw in your future, reach out to their admissions staff. They're every bit as passionate and welcoming as students you just met. We hope to see you all on campus real soon. Cheers, everyone.